Hello from Gardening at Dwensa here in Ireland, and welcome to this video. And today I have a surprise guest, and it's Bumblebee, who is going to sit and talk with me about orchids. Isn't that right, Bumblebee?
That's right. Hi there.
And I'm afraid this is going to be a bit of an unfocused video because we don't know what we're going to talk about. We're just going to let it come out. Isn't that right?
That's right. That's the plan.
Okay.
No plan.
No plan. That's it. Okay, so let's have the video. Okay, so before we start this video, and it's me and Bumblebee sitting here in my garden with the orchids, but before we start, for anybody who doesn't know her channel, I'm going to link to this up above. Now, Bumblebee has a wonderful orchid channel. She deals exclusively with orchids, and I think the key word in terms of her videos is quality rather than quantity, because the shots and the information are always top-notch. And many of the rest of us just kind of fly by the seat of our pants and do whatever comes into our mind on a particular day. So poor Bumblebee has been coerced here at Dwensa into making a kind of spontaneous video, but it isn't really representative of what you might see on her channel. So do check out her channel and subscribe, please.
I haven't been coerced.
Okay.
But thank you for what you said.
You're very welcome.
Thank you
and it's wonderful to... Yeah, it's wonderful that you came here again, because you were here last year as well, weren't you?
We were here last year. It was really nice then. No, not so much drought.
That's right.
Like this year.
Yeah, so we have drought this year, but you got to see my orchids this time round.
Yeah.
You didn't get to see them all last year,
Yeah.
or did you?
I did see a lot of them. The greenhouse was set up differently.
Yeah.
And now the cattleyas are in the back.
That's right.
And easily available.
Yeah, yeah, it was
for
a bit...
visitors.
Yeah, that's right. I didn't get them out to the greenhouse last year.
Yeah.
And hopefully they'll repay me this year with lots of blooms. So what we've done is brought out any of the orchids that are anyway good looking, and we've put them there in shots so you can all have a good look at them. And I was just talking to Bumblebee about the scent of the Rodriguezia, which is the pendant one that you see up there. And last year when you came, what were your findings on the scent at that point in time?
I thought it smelled like olive oil, but this year it's a bit different. It's still waxy and oily, but not so pleasant anymore.
Yeah.
Olive oil can be pleasant, but this time it's not so good anymore. Unfortunately, maybe it has changed.
And you don't get the bacon scent off it that I got.
No, actually not.
Well, it's very strange that it should change over the course of a year to an unpleasant scent.
I think I have a fowl that smells like sausages. Also, it does have a flowery background, and sometimes the flowery scent comes through, and sometimes it's just sausages, and that's unpleasant then.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you remember the name of this fowl?
Yes, I do. It's Valentinii.
Okay, so it's a species one.
It's a primary hybrid between Cornu cervi and Violacea, I think it is.
Sausage-scented fowl.
Yes, sausage-scented fowl. That's
Excellent.
right.
You're going to have to make a video about that and have that as your title.
Maybe I should do that. But it's really unpleasant. It's in bloom at the moment. I think it will have an appearance in my next video.
Okay, excellent.
Not about the scent. But, yeah.
I look forward to it. I did smell bacon from this particular one when I had a sniff a few days ago or a week or so ago, but I don't get it now. So,
and is bacon pleasant to you?
Yeah, but it's not what you want from an orchid, really. It's, yeah, it wasn't really in a good kind of way. So I don't know what to say more about poor Rodriguezia.
It's very
Liana.
nice. You can say it's very nice.
It is.
I really like the roots. The look of the plant is really nice.
Yeah. And the flowers aren't bad either.
No.
But tell me, you're a psychopsis lover, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. I'm a psychopsis lover.
My God, I've never met another psychopsis lover before. How does that work?
Really? Haven't you?
so many people are against them.
Yeah. Whom have you met?
Well, I think Dimitri doesn't
Yeah,
like them.
no, okay.
No, not a fan.
Yeah.
I think the word was boring.
Boring.
Boring, yes. How is that boring?
No.
How could that be boring? Okay, mine didn't open fully because of getting stuck, but that's not boring, is it?
No.
It's like slap you about the face with gorgeous colour, kind of exciting.
It's far away from boring.
Yeah.
And I find it really exciting to wait for the flower spikes to emerge.
Yeah.
I had to wait quite a long time for mine to produce flower spikes, and now it has 3 of them.
Oh, wow.
And I got 4 blooms out of the 3 spikes, and that was really, really nice. And I don't think it's boring at all. I really love the plant. Yeah.
Which is your one?
I have a yellow one. I think it's
That's
called
right,
Cali
yellow.
High or something like that. Yeah. They all look quite similar. Apart from this one, you have a special
right.
one, a mutated.
Yeah,
or
it's a new hybrid.
caloric, kind of. I
don't
know
like
if
that
it's right.
word.
No?
I'm going to say hybridized rather than
Hybridized,
peloric, because
yeah.
it was meant to be like that. The antennae
Yeah.
were meant to be fused at the top.
Yeah.
That was part of the hybridization process. Peloric means kind of...
Spontaneous mutation.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so we won't
Maybe
say
it's-
peloric.
No, I agree.
Okay.
No problem.
But yeah, so it's a bit different. So I'm looking forward to the second one, which
Yeah.
has the antennae
So
coming
it's
into
a
flower.
normal
Yeah,
quotation marks.
a mariposa, a normal mariposa
Okay,
one.
yeah, that's nice as well. Has huge flowers, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
No,
look
I like
forward to them.
psychopsis flowers. Mine is quite slow. It's a slow grower. Slow
Yeah,
grower.
I think they are very slow, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like paps, really, in terms of that. Now, tell me, you said you got a nice scent from this one here, Encyclii randii. I'm going to destroy everything now. Look at this.
Oh,
Have a sniff there
Yeah.
and tell us what you smell. No pressure, like. Is it good or bad?
it's absolutely good.
Okay,
It's maybe like lilac. Is that
let
possible?
me have a go.
Hand it over to you.
Yeah, yeah. But there's something else in there as well.
Okay.
But, oh yeah, very nice scent.
Or hyacinths. Something fresh.
Fresh and fragrant. It's strange though, because you don't really expect from the look of that. I mean, I didn't expect from the look of that it should be fragrant. But actually, well, what are my expectations? What can I say? But I don't know, it's brown. I just don't somehow expect a nice scent coming from something that's brown. There, I've said my piece.
And did you know it would be brown when you bought it?
I did, yeah. No, I mean, I like the look of the flowers, but the fragrance is bonus. So it's nice. It's its first
Yeah.
flowering, so yeah, and such a small plant too, which is good.
That's always nice, even a small plant like this is ready to flower.
And tell us about the frag. You said you liked the frag?
Yeah, I absolutely love this frag. And I don't have any frags. I had, what was it called? A frag Andean fire, I think.
Oh yes, the
a
orange
red one. Yeah,
Yeah,
red or
yeah.
orange. But I didn't keep it because it wasn't doing too well for me. It's a really nice one. And this one is nice as well because it's so tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's the smallest
this.
species frag, so it's worth growing for that if you've got limited space.
Yeah,
It's
and
a
how
pretty
do you
little thing. Direct
care
it towards
for
the
it?
camera there
Yeah.
a bit. So
Do I see it?
yeah, I think you can bring it a bit closer.
Okay.
Yeah. There she is.
Please
Or he
focus.
is. Is it a he? Is it a she? What do you think?
I always say it, I think. Is that okay as well?
I like these little dotty markings
Yeah,
in
it's
there.
really pretty.
They're quite nice.
Yeah, and the pot fits the cover perfectly.
Yeah. And I've got this sitting in rainwater,
Yeah.
which we can tell from that.
And how often do you change the water?
Not as often as I should.
No?
Once a week, but I
Okay.
think really they do better if you do it more frequently than that.
Do you think it would do better then?
I imagine I like you can get fungal infections
Yeah.
if you leave it sitting, if you don't replenish the water that quickly. So, well, but it's done quite well. And I have a really funny story about this one. This one I bought from Equigenera many moons ago as a supposed flowering size plant, and I grew it for maybe about 5 years and it never flowered. And then my friend Liga at one stage saw it and said, that's an enormous plant, you can give me a division. So, and we'll link to Liga's channel up above. Hi Liga. And so I didn't want to divide it because I felt, you know, its moment had almost come. So I gave her the whole plant. And do you know what happened?
What happened?
Well, within a month it flowered. Of course it did. And then I said to Liga, that's an enormous plant there. Will you give me back a division? And she did, and this is the division. So it's had its tour of Ireland, really, I think, this one.
But you were lucky that it was Liga who got the plant
Yeah,
and not someone else
yeah,
far away.
it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if it wasn't, I wouldn't have given it to anybody
Yeah,
else.
okay,
So,
good. Yeah. Yeah, that's a really lovely one because it's not so enormous like other phrags.
Yeah.
But you have some other phrags, haven't you?
I do, yeah. None in flower at the moment.
And they're bigger ones.
They're bigger ones, and like I'm a kind of lazy orchid grower, so they do
Are
well
you?
for me. Yeah.
Me
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
Tell me anyway, have you got your eye on anything at the moment that you're looking to buy?
I always have my eyes on things on eBay, and I very seldomly buy any plants, but I do check eBay all the time. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
No particular one, but
Yeah.
some cattleyas, some vandas as well. But space is limited. Probably no vandas for me. Yeah, a Rincostylus.
Well, you
cross.
have some enormous vandas.
Yeah, they're getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
I
And
can't
beautiful.
do anything about it. The biggest one isn't blooming at the moment. It hasn't bloomed in a while.
Is this the
unfortunately.
5-foot one that you
Yeah.
repotted?
Yeah,
Wow.
and it's even bigger now. Have you shown your plants in the greenhouse
Oh,
lately?
right.
Or
Well, maybe we'll wander in there, shall we?
yes, they're still.
Okay. Yes, we're going to do this. So we're going to actually lift the camera up now. It's going to be really exciting. You know, coming live from Duensa here now. No expense spared. We've even got the special trolley out, you know, that the cameraman sits on to get a smooth run across the lawn. I hope you're appreciating this. And we're going to the greenhouse, which is over here.
These lilies smell so amazing.
They're lovely, aren't they? Yeah. And past the oranges and down to the cattleyas at the back of the greenhouse, which we will pan over. I've just switched off. We were in here earlier having a look at these plants, so we switched off the fan. And as I have pointed out before, I have burnt a few, and there are a few that are yellow, but I am hoping that they will repay me well as a result of getting this much light this time round.
What do we have here?
So this is Laelia Perenniae, Perenniae, and it has the most bizarre colour since it's come out to the greenhouse, and it does kind of remind me of freckles, like the way my arm goes, because I'm basically a redhead when I go into sun. But I don't know, it could be slightly worrying as well, like this here. So if anybody has any opinion on it, perhaps you'd like to let me know what you think this might be. Seems to be in good health because we have a new growth coming up there. It's this one over here. So yeah, would be nice if it flowered sometime, but that's that.
I don't really know what that is, but sometimes when plants are stressed out, strange things.
Yeah, the catch. And
Strange
it's getting too
infections
much
appear.
light here and a bit too little water, but I'm going to try and change that now. Yeah. So that's an update on the, well, a view over of the cattleyas in the greenhouse. And there's the enormous great big one there, which is the one I can't pronounce.
I think you can't tell how big it is. It's really huge. Such a huge pot.
So it would be wonderful if I had a whole host of flower spikes on that.
It's at least 30 or 33 centimeters wide. It's enormous. Yeah. Now they're in shock because of all the sun, but maybe they will put out flowers now, at least the ones that didn't bloom in a while.
I hope so.
Maybe that's the effect. Maybe on this one. What's that? Is that the Rhyncholelia digbyana?
That's the
Probably, yeah.
And that brings us to the end of our video on orchids, myself and Bumblebee. And I hope you're enjoying Ireland, Bumblebee.
I certainly am enjoying Ireland a lot. Thank you for having me.
Okay,
for
well,
having us.
it's wonderful to see you again.
Absolutely.
And come
Great.
back soon. And again, please check out Bumblebee's channel and subscribe if you're not already done so.
Thank you for shout-outing me.
You're very
Again.
welcome.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Bye.